Hi guys, it's Horsey Stuff, and we are back with Heartland Season 1, Episode 2, Part 2. If you guys could hit that like button down below and subscribe for future videos, that would help me out a ton. I'm excited to see where the rest of this episode goes and what's going to happen in it. So far, we don't have a new horse that we're working on. We're still seeming to focus on Spartan. I assumed we'd have a new horse every episode, so I'm excited to see how this episode continues to unfold and see if we do get another problem horse as the episode goes on. I'm sure you guys have probably already seen this show and you're just laughing at me because I have no idea what's happening. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in and see what happens.
The T-touch is actually a very cool technique that does work very well.
It's a technique that was designed by Linda Tellington to release stress and calm horses' nervous systems. And I believe there was scientific research done on it, although I could be wrong. I don't personally know the T-touch, but I do know it is a thing that seems to work pretty well and has stood up to the test of time. So something I have always kind of thought, oh, that would be cool to learn, and I'm not sure why I haven't really ever pursued that, because I don't think it's that terribly difficult. So now he seems much better approaching the trailer, so I assume that Amy has been working with Spartan, and this is kind of her progress. I'm curious how he does when he actually gets in the trailer, or if she's only thus far worked on him walking up to the trailer.
Oh, interesting. So he walked up
Completely fine, and then he went to pull back and spin away. That was a much more accurate depiction of how a horse struggles with trailering and what a horse might do that doesn't want to trailer. However, typically you wouldn't see such a dramatic change where the horse walks up just fine and then completely panics. Typically you would see the horse be really tight and nervous walking up and then panic at some point once all those triggers had stacked up and become too much for the horse to handle. Most spooking is a result of trigger stacking and excessive triggers, so the horse's cup is completely full and it can't cope anymore. It was pretty surprising that the horse went from so relaxed to so panicky in such a short amount of time. I mean, I literally didn't see when that horse made that change. If I were trailer training this horse, I would want to get up right to where he starts to get worried and then pause there until the horse is completely relaxed and calm again.
because that's how you're going to address the horse's fear.
Now she's standing behind the trailer with the horse pretty relaxed, so that's a good step. Again, you don't want to ever get over threshold to where the horse panics. You just want to get them to where he starts to get worried and let him process that worry and fear. It's interesting that the mother has written descriptions of how to address each issue. It's a very organized way of doing something, and something I would guess most horse trainers and horse people in general don't do. I'm curious what her remedy for trailering issues is, since to me the only logical approach is the same way I would deal with any fear stimulus: taking the time, getting the horse to be a little worried, letting the horse process, relax, and then again letting the horse get just to where it's reaching threshold and letting it relax. I wouldn't do anything specifically different for trailer training versus anything else scary. To me, it's all basically the same thing. So it would be interesting to see what the mother did in this instance. That's so cool that they set up a whole jump course for her. I can't imagine why she didn't have a jump course in the first place. It's really not that hard to at least set up some obstacles in a flattish field to do some basic practice. And for somebody who in theory competed in show jumping, I would think she'd have some way of practicing at home, even if she still needed to trailer out to do more intense work. You can always do something with really bare bones, sticks, trees, and an empty field. It is very, very cool that Ty set this up for her though, and Mallory helped. I can't imagine why she didn't have something like this sooner. That's kind of a clever idea to make the horse go through the trailer in order to get somewhere he wants. I think it would be much easier to park the trailer in a field, put food in the trailer, and leave the horse there so the horse is naturally curious and starts to work through it on his own than it would be to try to force the horse to walk through the trailer to get somewhere. However, it is a clever idea. Again, I don't think there's any substitute for you being there holding space for the horse as he works through his trauma. But if you do want to see if the horse can work through it in some other way because either you aren't good at holding space or you don't have the time to dedicate to it, leaving the trailer in a field might be a perfectly acceptable option. And depending on the trauma, if it's just a little worry, a natural curiosity might be enough to get the horse through it. In this particular horse's case, where he's afraid of the trailer because he had a bad accident in the trailer, I'm not sure there's anything she can do except stand her threshold and hold space for him as he relaxes and processes the trauma that he went through. To me, getting Spartan to walk through the trailer to get somewhere isn't going to make him any more likely to get through the trailer, because he doesn't know where he's going once he gets through the trailer until after he's already done it. And once he's done it, presumably he'll be relaxed and quiet enough that he'll start to realize it wasn't so bad. Well, this has gotten much better. Spartan did walk all the way up to the trailer before he started to get worried. And then you can see when she walks onto the trailer, he gets a little worried. That's where I would be stopping and just breathing and holding space for him until he's completely relaxed and maybe willing to think about going a little farther into the trailer. So I'm curious to see what she does now that he looks slightly worried and how she responds to that.
She is going to go with the good old carrot trick. I don't think food is very helpful in this situation. Food may help get a horse on the trailer if they just simply don't want to get on the trailer and they need a little bit more motivation. It's really not going to work if a horse is scared of the trailer, because food isn't enough motivation to get a horse to push through fear. I do like this idea of
leading the horse on and leading him right off through this escape door. That seems like a great option for a horse that might be worried about the confinement of a trailer and being trapped in the trailer. Most trailers don't have this option of walking the horse all the way through, in which case I would have a pretty big trailer, walk on, turn around, and walk back off, or I would work on the horse taking one step forward and then asking it to take a step back until it's getting all the way on the trailer and backing all the way off in one smooth motion. I definitely wouldn't do anything that encourages the horse to stay on the trailer and get worried on the trailer. But walking through can be a little better than stepping a horse on the trailer and then backing the horse off the trailer, especially if you have a horse that kind of thinks about flying back anyway, because he starts to think forward, 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 instead of backing away. And with a horse that has a tendency to want to fly backwards off the trailer or fly backwards near the trailer, stopping and backing the horse up is going to trigger that response, which initially will be more work to get through than walking the horse all the way through the trailer when he's confident enough to do that. I still maintain that there's no way Spartan would have known he was going into his paddock by going on this trailer, so that motivation I don't think helped at all. Spartan may learn from this experience that getting on the trailer allows him to go out into his turnout, but initially getting on the trailer, he's not going to have any idea that's what's going to happen. So I don't really think it was valuable. And once you take away him going to his paddock once he gets on the trailer, he's going to lose that motivation. So in the long term, I don't think that's very helpful either. I want a horse to get on a trailer because they're relaxed and comfortable doing it, not because they think they need to or they're going to get something for getting on the trailer. You want trailering to be something that you don't have to motivate or bribe a horse into doing, because you may be in a situation where you can't actually bribe them. Say there's a wildfire, you need to get them on right away. You don't have time to set it up to bribe them to get on the trailer. They just need to know to get on. They need to understand what you're asking, and they need to be relaxed and confident enough doing what you're asking that they don't question it when there is some sort of emergency. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that segment of Heartland Season 1 Episode 2 Part 2. Again, I'm really enjoying reacting to this series with you, and if you're enjoying it too, please leave a comment down below. Let me know that you love it so I continue making these videos. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye!